Make more, doing less, being you. So today, I thought I would revisit my tagline that's on my website and all my materials to break down what this means to me, and always has. I've never fully explained it to anybody because everybody has their own interpretation, but I would love to explain it today, what it means to me, so that you can decide what it means to you. So I'm going to break it down in 3 parts, just as it appears on my site. So first, make more. To me, this means make more of what you love. So that could mean make more art, make more impact, make more creations, more money for your family, more inspiration, more of the things that you enjoy and that support you and give you life. That's what I mean by make more. It could be any of these things, or it could be other things. And for me personally, it is all of those things that I just listed and more. And not only that, but I noticed that the more of one of those things there is, the more of all of them there are. They feed each other. They nourish each other. The creativity makes more money. The money makes more creativity. The more impact, more time to enjoy. Round and round and round they go. They feed each other. But not without the choice to move towards joy first. Because I'm talking about enjoyment here. Because we all know that money doesn't automatically come with more joy. People often think it does, but it doesn't. And we can see that very easily just looking around in the world. So that is a decision and an aim that has to be decided upon, and that has been brought into my life and my work with intention and devotion, continual intention and devotion. That those things are going to go hand in hand, and they're going to feed and nourish each other. So the next part is doing less. So to me, this means doing less of what you do not love and more of what you do love. Because the only reason anyone wants to do less is so that they can do things they love. Nobody actually just wants to sit there for long. That would be so boring. I mean, you might want to at first because you need some rest. You need a break. But once you have that, once you're rested and restored, which you absolutely need, then you're going to want to put all of that revitalized energy that's going to come up in that space into something you are passionate about, something you really care about, something you want to do more of that is meaningful to you. So when I say doing less, it means redirecting your energy from where you may be pouring it into things that are not aligned with your passions, because your passions always energize you, not drain you. Your passions are things nobody could stop you from doing if they tried. There's no motivation needed. There's no get up and go needed for those areas. But oftentimes we're so bogged down in things that do not align with what we really care about, out of shoulds and other people's motives and other people's directions, that we cannot even see or feel what those passions are anymore. And all my work is here to help you light those areas up. So for me, this was a progression. At first, I just plain old needed to do less, like do less, and delegate some things personally and professionally to create some quality time in whatever small way I could or had the ability to do so at that time. And then that created some spaciousness and some restedness, enough to begin to hear myself again. Once that was there, that energy naturally sprung up in that space, and it knew what to do. It knew what to do. It had a mission, and it sprung into creative activity that has continued to unfold in increasingly beautiful ways. But it came in that order for that reason. And it likely will for you too. And lastly, being you. So to me, that's the queen pin of the entire sentence, the entire tagline. And without that, the whole thing's a deal breaker. It's a deal breaker. Because if you don't just get to be yourself and live the life that you love, the way that you in particular love to live, then it's just another exhausting thing that you have to keep up. Just another job. And nobody wants more of that. And that's not why you're on this path. If you cannot be you in what you aim to create or do, it's not sustainable. And it just feels way harder than it needs to boot. And you won't let yourself do it because you want to feel like you. So that's why I am bound and determined with a fiery ferocity to help myself and other people align their life and their business to who they are, so that it feels like an effortless extension of your being, so that it feels like something you couldn't stop yourself from doing if you tried, so that it feels like absolutely no motivation is needed. You don't have to motivate yourself. It's just a well of inspiration that you were born with and that never stops. It just rests sometimes. It takes different forms sometimes. It goes quiet and inward sometimes to restore itself. But it is an infinite fountain of energy and creative passion just waiting to be fully tapped and released. Now, that does not mean that there is not challenges and frustrations and the full array of emotional colors in our life palette included, okay? It just means that every bit of that is just more fuel for the sparkling flame that is your life. They all simply just add to your beautiful expression, that expression that is you and your work in the world, each one of them bearing a gift of understanding, growth, and even more joy to be had and to be felt on the other side of that. So that's what make more, doing less, being you means to me. What does it mean to you? And as always, if you would like some help with that, I have a library of beauties that will help you do exactly that. My guided oracle journeys are designed to more build support into your daily life in just short 2 to 3 minute increments that remind you of the things that we all know, those of us who are on this journey, this path, but too often forget in our daily lives. So they're just a little ray of loving light and support that you don't have to think about. They come straight to you. You don't have to work with them. You don't have to do anything with them. They just come to you to support you. And you just receive and be reminded of your truth through those. That was my whole design with those. And my courses are where we get to the meat. We get into the meat of who you are, what you want, and what you want to do next, and how we can best support yourself, how you can best support yourself and your vision. They're really for when you are ready to create movement and momentum in your life and business. That's what those are for. So they will help you gain clarity, which will birth natural, inspired actions. That's what happens. Whenever you get clarity, natural, inspired actions spring up and out of nowhere. And those are the kinds of inspired actions that you just naturally take off with. Again, no motivation, because that's what your own innate wisdom and your own knowings always do. So my courses are just about making space to be in conversation with your own innate knowings and your own innate wisdom in a different way to help you tap those, to create space to tap those. That's what those are there for. And you can explore both of those and or my books and art at sunnychapman.com. Specifically, all of my creations are listed at sunnychapman.com/work-with-me. I will see you next week, sweet peas. Bye.